Today's lesson is chapter 12, lesson 6, volume of cylinders. And let's get started. The formula to find the volume of the cylinder is area of the base times the height of the cylinder. Now remember, the height of the cylinder is always perpendicular to the base. In the cylinder, our base is a circle. So we have two bases. I'm just going to look at one base right here that has a radius shown. So I'm going to highlight that. And so this is our base. The radius is 10. And then the height is shown to us as well. The height of the cylinder right here is 5 centimeters. So this is the height. The reason why I'm using big H is because we do have small height, or small h is the height of the triangle in a triangular prism. So I'm going to use big H for the height of the entire 3D shape. Okay, so big H represents the height of the entire 3D shape. So area, since it's a circle and the area of the circle is found by multiplying pi times r squared, we are going to plug in the dimensions given to us into the formula and find our volume. Volume equals to area of the base, which is 3.14 times r, radius is 10, squared times the height, which we said it was 5. And when you plug those into the calculator, remember we have to do the exponents first. 10 squared is 100 times 5, and then of course times 3.14. And I don't know if you want me to write that down, but let me write that down at least one time. 3.14, and then 10 squared is 100, so times 100 times 5, right? And then you multiply times 100 times 5, and you will get volume equals to 1,570 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's our first volume. And then next example, I need you to pause the notes at this moment. Try to solve this on your own, and then unpause me and see if we agree on the answer. So what I'm gonna do, again, pause me, solve it, and pause me. I'm going to highlight the base again. Okay, so the base is a circle in the cylinder, so I'm going to highlight that. My highlighting is just awful. Okay, and then that means 5 is the radius given to us. And now remember what I told you about the flip the shape on its base. So since the base is a circle, if you flip it onto its base, height is perpendicular to the base, and therefore you will see that the height is going to be right here. That's my height, okay? So I'm going to erase this dot here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to mark this. This is the height. And I'm ready to solve. Volume equals to 3.14 times 5 squared times the height, which is 10. And when you plug it in, volume will equal to 785 inches cubed. Remember, volume is always cubed. Moving on to the next set of examples. This example is a little bit different from the previous one because we are given 12, which is a diameter. This is a diameter. I'm gonna diameter. And we are also, which I didn't write, we are given the volume. So the volume is given to us, and it is 1,073.9 feet cubed. Okay, so the volume is given to us. What we need to find is the height. The height is my unknown. And I'm going to again highlight the height in blue. So this is my height, and my base is, I'm going to highlight my base, which is a circle. and that's my base. Now diameter is given to us. That means the radius is going to be 12 divided by 2, which is 6 feet. And now we are ready to find the height. So the formula stays. What we're going to do is we are going to, again, my formula equals to area of the base, which is pi r squared, times the height of the entire cylinder. We're going to plug things into our formula and solve for the height. So the volume is 1073.9 equals to 3.14 times a radius, which is 6 squared times the height. When you simplify numbers on your right, on the right hand side of the equal sign, 6 squared 36, 36 times 3.14 will be 113.04 times the height, and that equals to the volume. And then finally, how do I solve for height? I have to divide both sides by 113.4, 113.4 both sides. And now we can see that the height equals to, if you divide, that would be 9.5 feet. Okay, and that is your answer. Our final example is showing two 3D shapes, and this is a cylinder and rectangular prism. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to find the volume of each shape separately and then simply add them together. So, the first thing is going to be our cylinder, which is pi r squared times h. So let's find the volume. 3.14 times a radius is given to us, which is 12 squared, and the height is 7. When you plug it in, the answer will be, into your calculator, the answer will be 3165.12 centimeters cubed. The next shape is rectangular prism, and the formula for the volume is area of the base times the height, which is 20 length times width, right? So 20 times 15 times the height, which is 8. Remember, height is always perpendicular to the base. So if you, I'm kind of going to go like this, if you can see this. Do you see that? So the base will be right here. That's my base. So that means my height is going to be right here, okay? So my height is 8. And after you solve this, you will see that the answer will be 2400 centimeters cubed. Finally, a volume total volume is going to be just simply adding the two together. 3165.12 plus 2400 equals to, your final answer is 5,565.12 centimeters cubed. Your final, whoa, that was too crazy. Final volume. Okay, so hopefully this was not too bad. And please be sure to pause me and try to solve these separately. And also email me if you have any questions when you're doing your practice tomorrow, okay? Have a great day, and I will see all of you on Wednesday. Bye.